Hello to you wonderful ladies at Tea and Talent. Thank you, Miss Sharon, for having me. I'm super excited to talk to you young ladies about the benefits of entrepreneurship. I am an entrepreneur. I am the founder and president of Queendom Business nonprofit here in Maryland. I started Queendom Business back in 2021 after I went through a very traumatic experience, losing my best friend in a domestic violence incident. She was killed by her boyfriend and it totally changed my life. But through working through my grief and dealing with her death, I was able to start a nonprofit and bring out my pain and turn it into something purposeful and meaningful. Through her death, I was able to begin walking in my purpose that God has for me. The model here at Queendom Business is to turn your pain into purpose. And that's what my nonprofit is all about. Through community outreach, through programs, all types of events that we have for the youth, for corporate America, for military children, for people in the church, I do it all. I'm super thankful for the mantle that God has handed to me. And I'm grateful to carry out what God has for me and to carry out His will for my life. So I'm the founder of the nonprofit. I'm also an author, and I have a book club, just to name of the few things that I'm doing. I wrote a book called The Keys to Healthy Friendships, about how to be a good friend. I know at our young age, sometimes it's hard to be a friend, but that's a topic for another discussion. So with that being said, I would like to tell you guys the benefits to being an entrepreneur. Having a flexible schedule, that is the main thing that I think is very important. A lot of people don't realize that being an entrepreneur, you don't get to just work 3 hours and go home. It's kind of a 24/7 schedule. You work often around the clock, but you can be flexible. If you're a night owl, you can work overnight. If you're a morning person, you could work at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. Being an entrepreneur allows you to be flexible in your work time. If you want to take a vacation and you want to vacation during the week and then work on the weekend, you can do that too. But flexibility is definitely an added bonus of being an entrepreneur. Work-life balance is another good thing that I appreciate. As I said before, if you want to take a vacation during the week, you can. If you want to tend to the kids, you can. If you want to be with... Wait a minute. I forgot who I was talking to. Y'all might not have multiple kids to tend to. As a young adult, you might have many other things that you're dealing with. And a lot of times, you're working multiple jobs as a young person. I myself have almost 3 jobs, so I definitely need work-life balance. Also, being an entrepreneur, you can do a career that aligns with your beliefs. If you own the business, you can set the beliefs, you can set the tone for the way the business should be. A lot of times working in corporate America, we are working for different businesses that don't necessarily support our beliefs. But when you're the owner, you can work for what you believe in. You also will reap the full benefits. So if you work hard on the task, if you go hard, if you give it your all, if you put your best foot in, if you work 24 hours, you put your blood, sweat, and tears into something, you are able to reap those benefits. When you pitch that topic to someone, those benefits go directly back to you. It's not like you're working for a big organization where you never see your hard work paying off. Everything that you do will come back to you. So if you work hard, you'll get the full benefits. If you don't work hard, you'll get the full benefits, which will be none. Also, being an entrepreneur, I've learned that your gifts will make room for you. God has been so amazing to me in this nonprofit. Even now, I'm planning a community day for the people of DC, the Sunday before Memorial Day, remember that, at RFK Fields, and I have got so much support because I want to support my community. Being an entrepreneur is so rewarding, especially when you can do things for your surrounding community. You can help out young people, you can help out homeless shelters, you can do diaper drives, you can do all of those things that help your community and you can see it. You can help people that you know, and that's always a rewarding benefit for me. Being an entrepreneur also provides you with networking opportunities that you might not otherwise have. And you can network with people that have the same passion that you have, that are interested in the same things that you're interested in. And if you're already not an outgoing person, it gives you the chance to practice your skills, whether it be public speaking, presentation building. It gives you a chance to practice your people skills. A lot of people do not like networking, but being an entrepreneur, you have to network. So that's one thing. It gets people out of their shell and gets them moving and talking. Being an entrepreneur is definitely rewarding. It's also a very challenging task. One thing I will say is if you're an entrepreneur, try to have a full-time job as well. Until your business as an entrepreneur makes more money than your 9 to 5, that's when it's time to quit. But always have a 9 to 5 to fund that startup. Now, if it's something that God told you, that God has laid on your heart to leave your job and start, then by all means do so. Because one thing I do know is that the Lord will provide. Making sure you have that foundational support is very important. When you put God first and He's at the forefront of everything that you do, you will succeed. And also, while I'm on that, pay your tithes. This is a very controversial topic, but pay your tithes. I can't begin to describe how God has blessed me for paying my tithes. When you pay God first, He will make the rest stretch. And I know sometimes times are hard, money is hard. It is hard to live in this economy, but when you give Him what He's due first, He will stretch the rest. I am a living witness to that. That's one thing that they do not teach in all these entrepreneurial business seminars. Pay your tithes, and I promise your business will go far. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it, and I hope to meet you guys one day in person.